three pounds of candy sugar here for my adjuncts to my beer brew. So we got 3 pounds of sugar. A lot of people want to use beet sugar. You don't have to. 1. I like to use 2 spoonfuls for 3 of the cream of tartar. All that does is keep it from recrystallizing. You need to keep a cup of cold water on hand here to keep the temperature down. Depends on how you're going to caramelize it. I'm going to go to a quick hard ball and be done with it. But real scientific here, how much water I'm going to be putting in. Real scientific there. I'm just going to put it in until I see the sugar dissolve enough to get it on the stove and on the burner, which is usually about a half a cup. So we'll stir this in real quick here and see if we got it right. I think we do. I think we do. Keep it from burning on the bottom. Yeah, we might need a little bit more, so just a little bit more. Real scientific. You don't want a lot in there because you'll take forever to cook her on down. So we'll get this on the burner and get back to you as she gets done here. One thing handy you do need is a good candy thermometer. So you can take this up to the hard crack, which is 310 degrees. Okay, we started candy sugar boil here. And we'll get this up to 310 degrees and we'll dump it out on our parchment paper. You just got to watch that you don't boil this over, because she will come over on you. She will come over on you if you're not careful. So when you're boiling the sugar on down like this, you got to keep a close eye. You got to stick with it. She will come over the kettle and make one hell of a mess, possibly even start a fire if you're not paying attention. So we need to get it up to 310 degrees, I do believe it is, the hard crack. 310, I forget, 310, 315 I go. And then we'll pour it out on some parchment paper we got set up right here. You could flavor it. I usually flavor it for the kids. When I'm making suckers, I'll put some cherry juice in there or some of this stuff in there. But it's for the beer this time, so I'm just going to let it go plain. So we don't want to get different flavors in the beer. That'll be. I checked the freezer and we were out, so I said, well, during this time we should be doing something, so we might as well boil on some sugars on down there. Why wouldn't I? And it looks like we're up to. My eyes are. I need new glasses, but we can't get out to get those yet. Yeah, we're up to 250 right now. So she's on her way. .310 degrees, a little over, but we hit the hard crack and we're going to go with a nice clear color candy sugar this time. We'll dump it out on our parchment paper here. And be careful because she's 310 degrees or better. I use this knife to make it flow into the corners here so I don't get burnt. It gets, and this pan gets hot fast. You got to be careful. Like I say, this pan, you can't even pick this pan up by hand now because the cookie sheet has gotten so hot. Very hot, very hot. Nice and clear though. Nice color, like a little yellow. Oh, I got my glove in there. I'll just set that in there to cool on down. Never mind my dirty oven, we use it a lot. Alright, I'll show you the color of that when she's all done. Alright, the candy sugar is out. We throw a little confectionery sugar on there. Clean hands have been sanitized, actually, with sanitizer. And we rub it across the candy sugar like this here so she won't stick together when we break it up. And we'll take and snap the rest of it in pieces here in a minute. Of course, I can't wait to taste some of it. Oh yeah, that tastes pretty darn good. We weighed them out into 1 pound bags, and now we're just gonna suck the air out of them. Funny today. Of homemade candy sugar, like a British candy sugar. For the next brews we're going to be doing. You see a little confectionery sugar in there. That don't hurt nothing. That just keeps it from sticking it together. I don't know why these bags didn't really seem to seal too good for some reason. I don't know if my machine's going bad or what, but we'll fix that before we hit the hops. I'll have to clean it out, I guess. But there you go, 3 pounds. So let's get the moonshine right in there. I'll fill it up halfway. Oh, or we go to the top. The wife says, let's do it right to the top. I'm not going to drink this stuff. It's a medicine, for Christ's sake. You know how that goes. It's a medicine.
It's a medicine, for Christ's sake.
2019 Hop Tincture that we made September. We're going to add some cherry syrup to it and get the medicine done. It's been 6 months, so let's get on with it. All we're going to do is use a flavoring, a cherry flavoring for Monin as the tincture syrup to make it really good as a medicine. Because it's a medicine, for Christ's sake, if I didn't say that already. And this is going to be a great tincture. Hop tincture. What we're going to do is put a little syrup in the jug first. This has all been sanitized. We're just going to give it a little bit. We'll sweeten it again later. We got a standard coffee filter here. I might want to chew these hops when we're done, but we'll see how it goes. It's 100 proof moonshine is what it is. Oh. So let's get this filtering here. It's just nothing more than a coffee filter. And you can see the hops in here, the color of the hops. They were green when we started, and they've actually turned brown. All the lupulins have been absorbed into our fluids here. It's going in there slowly. So what we're going to do is set that in there, and we'll get back to you. It's a simple strain job. As the hops come in here, it'll strain out, and I'll probably spill it all over the floor anyway. What a nice color. It's actually green, if you can see in there. The hops have dyed it almost green. So I just want to make sure I don't overflow the cherry syrup here. As the cherry syrup fills in here. We might need another container, we'll see. Oh, Well, we needed 2 jars here. We're going to add a little bit more syrup, and then we're going to get the rest of the hops in there. We'll stir it up. We don't want it to be too sweet. But we'll get what we get out of it. I'm going to eat one of these hops. That's over 100 proof in there. Oh, that's uneatable. Oh my good Lord. I suggest not doing that. We'll dump them in this filter, we'll press them out. Holy cow, the flavor is just unbelievable. I can't even begin to tell you folks out there what this tastes like. It's a medicine, for Christ's sake. Joe. That'll all fit in there. We'll let them drain and we'll squish them out. Wow, very strong. Wow. So we're going to add a little bit more syrup to the tincture here. It's really good. But it's very strong moonshine. Very strong. I'm going to stir it up again. I'll sanitize my spoon over a towel here. Not that it matters, but... So there's our homemade tincture. I'm going to get a spoonful of it. It's medicine, for Christ's sake. Just like the kind Grandma used to make. How you doing? And there she is. We'll put that away and use it for sore throats. April 2nd, and the hops are starting to come in already. I got to get at these. Got to get busy with them because they're starting to grow. April 2nd.